Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you all are good. So today here we are back with a new video on our AutoCAD Mastery course, and this video is going to be on changing the scale and implementing annotative scale. So here we are in AutoCAD, and you must be knowing there is a lot of manual work that is involved that is present in AutoCAD. And when compared to Revit is the automation software. If you create anything in one view, it will be there in the other view. Okay, but here in AutoCAD also there is automation, but very few of us know how to use that. So I want to present a scenario here. Let us consider that this view has one scale, but what if I want to change the scale of this view? If I change the scale of this view, what is happening? All the annotation objects have disappeared. Imagine you have given hours and a tremendous amount of time to annotate this, to draft this view, and somehow you get the confirmation from the client that the view scale has to be changed. And when you change the view scale, everything disappears. So will you be doing the manual work of giving annotation, or is there automation in AutoCAD? So in order to understand that, we will go through some of the activities today. So first, what if you want to create a custom scale? Consider that if we want to create 1:150 scale, can we do that? Can we do that? We'll go to custom here. In custom, when you go, you get the option of add. And when you add here, you can add any scale. And let us say that I want to give name here 1:150. And then in drawing units, I will add one paper unit is equal to 150 drawing units. When I do that, I will bring this down so that it is in the correct order. Now what I have done, I have added a customized scale based on my use. Now I'll go to the layout, and in layout there is a good example in front of you where this viewport is of 1:48 and this view is of 1:24 scale. Now this is the overall plan, and this is the enlarged plan. In this enlarged plan, this is the kitchen what we are showing up. Now here there are different dimensions, 22, 15, but none of the dimensions are visible here. If we click over here, if we just hover our cursor on this 22 feet dimension, you can see here that right next to our crosshair there is a triangle. This triangle is indicating that this annotative object 22 feet is adopting annotative scale, but still we cannot see anything here just because the scale is changed. In this scenario, what we will do? In this scenario, we need to tell Revit that this 22 feet annotative object consists of multiple scales, and there isn't multiple scale which is here. So we need to add another scale to this 22 feet object. We have selected 22 feet annotative object dimension. We'll do right click, and once we do right click, we'll come here and we'll add or delete scale, and then we'll add 1:24 here. Now there are two scales which we can see. This screen defines that this 22 feet annotative object will be visible in these two scales no matter what. If I press OK, what is happening? I can see 22 feet here. Consider that I don't want to go through the entire process again, where I am going in add or delete scale and I am adding the scale manually. Instead, I want to copy the property of this one and add it to this feet, this 15 feet annotative object. So in that case, what will I do? I will select match property, and then I will give this property to 15. And when I do that, what will happen? It will be visible here. Okay, and this annotative object, I mean, this we can apply even to the scale, I mean even to the hatch patterns. Now what we'll do, we'll select this, and same property we will give it to this hatch as well. And when we do that, it should be visible. But if it's not visible in that manner, what you do, you select the hatch pattern, you go inside the annotative object scale and you add 1 is to 24 here. When you do that, again the hatch pattern will be visible. Again the hatch pattern will be visible, and there is some graphic issues because of which it's not visible, but if you just hover your cursor here, it will come back. It will come back. All right, this is one thing. Second is, but this is a manual work what we are doing. There are so many annotative objects. Can we go through all the annotative objects, thousand and thousand, or is there any automation that we can do? Yes, there is automation that we can adopt. What we can do is we get the option of this add scale to annotative object when annotation scale changes. So first we will turn this on. Once we will turn this on, now what I am doing, I will be giving annotative property to all the elements, to all the annotative objects here. So what I will do, I will first select this viewport, and then I will place my cursor here on the scale option for the viewport, and then I will press left click. And when I do left click, what will I do? I will tell Revit that you give 1 is to 16 here. When we do that, still nothing is visible. Okay, still nothing is visible. So here we need to give one command so that the graphics are adopting to it, and when we do that, you see here that there is this 22 feet which has come in, and if I place my cursor here on this 22 feet, and if I go inside this annotative scale option, I will see here that even 1 is to 16 is added. Now this kitchen here, there is some graphic issues because of which it is not seen, but again if we see here, all right, so if it isn't there, what you can do is you can add 1 is to 16 here, and then it will be visible, and you can simply drag and drop it here, and you just leave it. And what will happen after that, again this kitchen will have the same property. All right, so this is one thing. Second is, if you just go back to its previous scale, which was 1 is to 24, and here if you want to see the annotative objects, no matter in what scale they are, you can enable this option here. See what is happening. If I disable this, see what will happen. There are still hatch patterns which have different scale defined to them, but if I want to see what other annotative objects have different scale, I can directly turn on this option here, and what will happen, all the annotative objects which are adopting different scale will be coming up here, and then we can just go and understand what scale they have and what scale we need to adopt. All right, so yes learners, I hope this video was useful to you. This is how we will play with annotative scaling, and let me know if there are any other questions. So let us rise and shine together. Thank you.